Hello and welcome back. Here we are continuing our run in Romance of the Three Kingdoms XIII as Liu Bei. We are struggling here. This run might be looking a little bit bleak here for us to resist the might of Cao Cao. The reason being is we have lost Jiangling. A bunch of our really good officers are imprisoned here. We're on the back foot. A giant army of some 50,000 is getting ready to march on Jiangling here, and an army of 50,000 from Liu Zhang. So hopefully this episode we will be repelling some battles and looking to kind of secure back at least some sort of semblance of a power base from which to expand. We might have to go for Jiangling to try and release the prisoners. I wish we had more resources which to negotiate for the prisoners. A little bit of a rough spot. We have some really good guys there. We're kind of hoping they just escape and we get them out for free. But they did execute our son last episode, which while we can make more, we're not a fan of that. So we will be continuing on here trying to get ourselves in a good enough position that we can repel these attacks, hopefully. It's called Wife Maxon, and it's how you get more kids. Ganshi, we haven't spoken enough yet. And I'm not letting you sleep tonight. Big nice. Of course, we have to replace the ones that are getting killed by Cao Cao. Man, oh man, does the truth hurt. We are doing this by making sure that we visit our wives on a regular basis, which of course is what you do. Let's take a look here. And we forgot to visit the other one, except we didn't forget. I think she just had a kid though, so I don't know. Yeah, we're checking in on the kid. Yes, he's doing very well. Hardly ever cries too. That's of course nice. I don't think you're ready to make another kid. Oh, just kidding. You are. So we will make some more kids. So the first enemy army is upon us, but now we have 29,000 with which to resist, and plenty of time to make short work of them as their reinforcements come through. So we're going to deploy a nice little force here, and we're going to be looking to sit on our on our city. So I think that, is there a way for us to just kind of use max troops is the thing. I don't remember all the UI available here. No, it doesn't. So I think we'll be back with when we've decided exactly how we want to form this army up, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, we have organized for ourselves a nice army here. We have a couple of bow units in our squad, Liu Bei's squad, which is kind of with our wives, we're well-rounded, so we don't really need to specifically get any sort of stats. We have Guan Yu, who's notably we have in the squad Peng Tong in order to increase the intelligence of the squad up to 115. In Zhou Yu's army, we have Ma Su to help increase the intelligence of the squad, although Zhou Yu's pretty intelligent as being part of our squad. We have Zhuge Liang, and he's got a couple of war guys in the squad in order to help increase the war a little bit. He does suffer a little bit, but if there's any duels, these guys should pick up the slack. They kind of have the highest war of the available officers. And of course, in Zhang Fei's squad, we have Ma Liang, who has a decent amount of intelligence, who's hopefully going to bring up the squad a little bit. We have all of our private troops assigned to our comrades, so that's the top 4 squads, and a little bit of extra troops in Zhang Fei's unit, and so this should be pretty good for us. We should be in really good shape. Officers will get their missions aborted, and so it'll be a little bit of a time. We have a way bigger army, but they have another like 5,000 or so coming, or 50,000 or so coming behind. So what we'll look to do is just kind of have a bit of a defensive position here and wait for them to come in. And we are ready for battle here. We've decided on some tactics, positioned our officers a little bit at the start here. We see it's kind of going to be the same battle that we had before. We have Chen Yongying coming in. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him over to defend this squad, because I think he comes for that. Zhang Fei will come in to defend this, and then we will go and take control of the various checkpoints on the battlefield so that we maximize our recovery of the juice. The juice, of course, letting us use tactics. So we'll come in here, we'll get that position, we will occupy this position, and we will come in and just prepare for the fact that they're going to get massive amounts of reinforcements. I think we can get a decent amount of damage on this guy while he's trying to push this by just sticking Zhou Yun inside the city to have him control it, or the fort. And I think that'll be fine enough. We don't want to engage them before they come in. And then we have Guan Yu coming up to take care of this, but it won't be a bit of a thing until some reinforcements arrive on their side. So a massive amount of reinforcements have now arrived. There are some absolute killers in here, and a lot of really bad units. We see Kui Lin, if you look at the upper right, attack, defense, really kind of low. Comparing it to Guan Yu, 170, 160, you know, 135 on the war, 115 on the intelligence. This is basically not a unit, basically not a unit. This unit, Cao Chun, decent. This unit, it's kind of okay. It's decent for a bow unit. This unit, not the best. It does have an enormous amount of troops though, so we will have to watch out for it. This unit, basically not a unit. Basically not a unit. This unit, kind of a unit, a little bit scary. And then this unit, kind of a little bit of a unit. Not too bad though. But we are going to look to kind of withdraw from here without too much. We're not going to look to face all of this resistance, and so we're going to look to withdraw back. Kind of over to Zhang Fei's position and look to maintain a mobile position with Zhao Yun here, where we can maybe backdoor their camp if they leave it open, but otherwise just try and force them onto our walls. They're closing in on the wall here, so we're about to use our brilliant maneuver with a dear Zhuge Liang, which I think is going to hit everyone here, which of course is what we want. In case we want to sally out. We're probably not going to. We're probably just going to let the archers kind of take them out here and make damage of them. They do take the camp down in the south, but that's okay. That's not too big a deal. And we are just looking to kind of churn out the units and minimize our own losses of units. Zhang Fei is not in the mix here. We do see that, hey, these are just 2 bow units, so we could probably sally out and kind of make short work of them. We maybe wanted to wait for War God on Guan Yu, but we got War God now. So he's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. And wreck these guys out. These guys are not very strong, or at least Zhang Yao was kind of okay. The other 2 are not. And so now these balls in this guy's court, what he wants to do now, if he wants to march on Zhang Fei, leave the kind of main base undefended. We'll move Zhao Yun out, and we'll see kind of how he responds here. So it looks like they opt for a mixed approach, kind of splitting up their forces. We will defend this camp with our defensive tactic, our protection tactic, and Zhang Fei. Zhao Yun will come in and pick up this tactic, the armored mount tactic, which he'll be able to use for himself. Zhen Ji, new commander. These guys are a little bit spooky. These guys are actually really strong. So we might have to abandon this external position here. I certainly think, yeah, okay, this is a little bit scary. Let's come in here, because we don't want to lose the tactic here. I think we're going to have to War God out, but then we should make pretty short work of Zhen Ji's unit. And so hopefully we can pick up this tactic here, and then come in, use the tactic to defeat this guy, and kind of get Zhang Fei free out a little bit. They have more reinforcements coming in, but we're going to use this tactic here as well, which is going to give more armor to our mounts, as long as, I think they have to be within the circle though, so maybe this doesn't end up being very useful, but I think we're going to bring Zhang Fei back here, because these are tier 2 units. These are, we see a bunch of silvers. This guy is like a decent squad. If we look at the attack and defense, this guy's decent. This guy's decent. None of them are stellar other than Zhao Hudun, who's very strong. But I think that we will just take a little bit of a withdrawal here. Guan Yu is in a little bit of a trouble. We're going to come out and try and help him out. Or, well, someone's in trouble. I guess maybe it's not Guan Yu here. Maybe it's them. But we do want to kind of wrap this up before they come close enough to do stuff to us. So we kind of want to pull this through and then switch our forces back down to the south. Alright, so we cleaned up most of the forces here in the north. We are going to use Unwavering down here, which is going to increase attack and mobility. It's going to give us a good, or actually maybe we wanted to wait until we were a little close. Ooh, one of our prisoners escapes. We're looking to bring both of our archers over to the wall here, while our 2 spearmen take out his archer over here. That's Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, sworn brothers. And then Zhao Yun should be able to make pretty short work of these guys here, using his tactic. We're going to repeatedly use Unwavering here, in order to just kind of make him in a comfortable position. And now we can bring these guys. This is Zhao Hudun, who is the strongest guy, kind of remaining here. And it's looking like, I think that we just want to pull back a little bit, let him re-engage here onto Guan Yu, and do War God here. Which, of course, Zhao Hudun is going to be in rough shape here. He is the leader of this battle. I think that we want to try and maybe pursue them and just ignore, at least with our cavalry. Ignore Zhao Hudun, but he is the leader. I forget if this one, if you finish off the leader, you win the battle, or if the new guy becomes the leader. New guy becomes the leader, it looks like. We'll just sally out and send everyone, and then this should be the end of it. I don't think they have too much more reinforcements, so this will be the battle. While waiting for the walls to close in on us, we have expanded our comrade slot, so now we can slot in 7 comrades, and so we'll be fighting Huang Zhang in just a second. He's a formidable opponent, but there's just kind of one of him, but we will be able to add a comrade here, which is going to be super nice. It's going to break up kind of our squad here all together. That is allowing us to really get a nice bonus of 555, but I think what we could do is... Shen Dao is still a prisoner. That's unfortunate. I've just remembered that. We were kind of thinking of maybe trying to slot him in, but I think we can slot in Peng Tong, which will orient us more towards intelligence. Maybe that's not the way, though. Maybe the way forward is this, which is going to swat us a lot more towards war. Zhang Fei is pretty strong, giving each of Zhang Fei, Guan Yu, and these guys plus 10 war, and the plus 10 war on us and, you know, Zhuge Liang's not too bad either, so I think this is going to be our new squad. And then we will... You're back in, bud. You're drunk, but you're back in. And we will be waiting for a new little battle here. And we'll give him a little bit of money to try and do some expansion of the market. Okay, we're going to go with a little bit of a less defensive setup here to go against Huang Zhang's army here, because we want to resolve this battle kind of quickly. And instead, we're kind of deploying a little bit further out with a lot of our main force, the 3 brothers, the Oath brothers here. We have similar armies. You can see in the top right, we have Zhuge Liang, Zhou Kang, who has a lot of war to kind of head off the low war of Zhuge Liang's unit, and Zhuge Zhan, his brother, is with him. We have Zhao Yun with Ma Su for a little bit of intelligence boost. Zhang Fei has Peng Tong for an intelligence boost. We got Ma Liang with Guan Yu for an intelligence boost. We're going to bring the 3 brothers over to here, planning on here. We're just going to confirm this, and we're going to do this for the battle. They are going to beeline this over here. We'll slot in Liu Bei, and then we will have the 2 brothers kind of on either side, or actually we'll have them both on the northern side. So we'll pick that up there. We'll put Zhuge Liang in on... I wish we sent another unit. We'll put Zhuge Liang there. We'll have this guy conquer the camp. So Zhuge Liang will pick up all these camps while these guys do the battle. And once we pick up the camp over here, Zhao Yun will either come in from the rear or if he doesn't come in from the rear, he will go for their main camp, which is currently defended by Liu Pan. So we'll send him, and he will... Looks like they're going to make maybe a little bit of a move north instead of kind of playing how they normally play. So we instead get this up here, and we will move Liu Bei up back into the... Or back into... Was that the only way back in? Okay, let's move that way. We'll put Zhang Fei inside of here. He can defend it just fine. And we'll move Guan Yu back there as well. So... Looks like they won't be going for this over here, or maybe they only go for it if we like leave it open. We wanted to make use of this protection tactic, but I guess we won't. Han Hao's gonna make it to the right, so we will gain access to this cavalry tactic here. And Zhuge Liang over here, we will move him here to take care of that. And we will move Liu Bei up here to take care of that one. And then Guan Yu can just come inside and get ready to deal with the enemy. And then we can use this tactic if anyone comes our way, which they do. So I think we'll use this tactic. And then I think we'll actually try and avoid this spear guy entirely. We will use Unwavering, which is going to increase our speed here. And instead, try and pick off Huang Zhang with a rather big army. Just zip past this guy. Just zip past this guy, we said. And go in on Huang Zhang here. Han Hao, I guess we will use War God when we can here. It was a little bit messed up, but we're still making some progress here. I think we want to get this guy off from the archer, or off from the cavalry. We'll bring this guy down in order to help out. And Zhang Fei, why don't you join the fray? And we'll send him up as well. So. Looks like this should be a pretty short battle. We have them a little bit surrounded. They got us a little bit surrounded too, though. But I think we're just going to come in here, we're going to War God, and that will be all she wrote for them under such a pincer attack. And this is really the only unit we are kind of too worried about, but they got pincered, and they weren't able to bear down their archers without getting into melee with us. And so once these armies cleaned up here, oh, he's captured. Big nice. So we probably will be able to pick him up soon. So that's like a huge turning point for us in the macro strategy, because he is the really good officer of that army. And if he's joined our side, then there's not going to be much left to oppose us, so we'll just come in here and go after Liu Bei, and so it'll be easy peasy for the end of this battle. Alright, so the two major armies are upon us. We will form up another army that is very similar to the ones we've been deploying, where we're going to be pairing up guys that are weak in war with guys that are weak in, or guys who are strong in war with guys who are strong in intelligence, so that we can make better use of our guys. And so we will set out against Yan Ziyang's force. We're probably going to fight this pretty conservatively, because we have to conserve a lot of troops. You see here, maybe there's 80 or 90,000 coming from these guys, and 70,000 coming from there, so we are like outnumbered 4 to 5 to 1. Of course, we will have all of our troops under really good banners, and they will not, but we will still need to kind of navigate this carefully. So the battle is afoot for us, and we are kind of waiting for them to come in some sort of way that we can collapse on them, or just defend our main gates and look to have pepper them down. They have a lot of really strong units, or units that are reasonably strong. If we look at the attack and defense of a lot of these units, they're over 100. And so this is going to be a little bit difficulty. Like, we have stuff approaching 200, but they don't have too much just complete trash units. And so this is going to be good for, or it's going to be good for them, bad for us. I don't know if we look to occupy this fort in the face of this many troops. If they advance on us, we might just withdraw here. And look to fight kind of in a more advantageous position, which is a bit unfortunate. I think we withdraw to back here, and we're fine doing that. He is a speedy one. He might be a little bit faster than us, so we'll just put in Unwavering, yeah, we'll get there a little bit faster. And we do have the beginning of the battle over here. They are dealing damage to us, or we are dealing damage to them. They will not be dealing any damage to us, so we will be in good shape here. We will use this, which is going to give us more tactics juice, I think. The nice little prayer tactic, and we might get hemmed in here, but I think we'll be overall okay. We might have to fight our way out, but they're gonna be taking some tactic damage. We, I think, want to use Brilliant Maneuver when the time is kind of next up, so we'll just kind of wait this out and look to sally forth. Looks like they're coming up onto the thing. We'll send Zhang Fei to deal with that. Yeah, they're just all coming over this way. That's fine. So we'll send over the people. Zhao Yun should be able to hold that one thing for quite a while. And so these guys come in. We will move these guys a little bit closer. We'll look to get Zhang Fei on the other side of this. We would like to be able to take these guys out. And then I think we're going to do Cry of Justice to give attack and morale. We should get a boost with our Oath Brothers so close. We don't. Unfortunate. But looks like Zhuge Liang will also have to come on over here, and the defense swaps over from being about the gate to being about this. Up in the north, it looks like we're still doing okay. We're not really, we're actually losing troops at a decent enough clip that is a bit concerning. Most of the damage we're doing is over here. We are wiping out some units though, so we're pretty quick here. So we will be able to bring support soon. They still have twice as many troops as us. It looks like they don't have anyone defending the main base. But this guy is pretty scary, or Yujin, not because his stats are extremely high, but because there's 16,000 of them. So I think that we have Brilliant Maneuver up, but it won't cover everyone. We could do Thousand Slayer. Yeah, let's do this. Gonna do some damages. Some very serious damages, which is going to leave just the Yujin unit here to kind of fight everyone all at once, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. I think that we look to... Can we move this guy over a little bit? We want to move him over so we can get Liu Bei closer without putting Liu Bei into harm's way. So that way, for brilliant maneuver, we are in good shape. But it's looking okay. I mean, the numbers overall are a little bit grim. I think we maybe have to try and run away with him, or he's just not going to be able to hold this all by himself. Yeah, actually, we should have left out through the other side. Let's try and do that now. Oh, is there not room for us to leave that way? Yeah, let's try. We could do unwavering to try and get out better, but I think we want to use brilliant maneuver here, so to boost these other guys. We don't want to get captured or injured here. We detach? No. We'll try and bring him back in. We are just gonna crush in this duel. So we'll view it, but we'll kind of skip through it because 112 versus 75. This is Zhang Liao's son, so we hope we don't kill him. Oh, we just beat him in one strike. That doesn't look so good. He doesn't look like he's moving. He might have been slain. Zhao Yun killed Zhang Hu. Well, Zhang Liao's not going to be pleased about that. But it looks like we are getting the damage done on these guys. I think we kind of want to do... Actually, let's not do War God or Thousand Slayer. Let's do Cry of Justice. Buff the team here. Because we do have 4 people here. We wiped them out. I think we're going to come in at least to pick up our tactic for horse defense before we go back out. We might not even go back out with them. They might be done. Actually, let's pick up this. And let's send these guys to the main base. Oh, looks like they're gonna run. Alright. So, now we'll come for these guys here. We'll occupy this. It's another little horse buff here. Can kind of harry the rear, but we're not trying to pick that up. They do suppress the camp, but now they're in for... Oh, looks like they're just gonna run from it. Alright, fair enough. Wait, how do they get... Okay, yeah. I think we use War God here, because we are split up a little bit. This should make quick work of him. And so, yeah, this battle should be over pretty soon, so we'll just wrap it up. So not only is this battle not over, it's now heavily reinforced, so this might spell the end for us. This is a little bit rough. I'm not sure if we can take all this. We're going to try and do as much damage as we can without needing to utilize our guys. Here, let's do this. And see if we can get some damage down on them here. We maybe want to keep Zhang Fei back, and maybe even Guan Yu back. The thing is, we're activating a tactic right now. We kind of don't want to pull them back, but maybe we have to. And instead, they can come over here. And, oh, looks like everyone's coming to this gate. So that changes things up. I think we'll pull them back, though. And we'll make them kind of attack the gate down. And shoot them down for quite a bit. This is going to be a little bit on the slow side, but we have to keep in mind that we still have an entire another army that we need to wipe out, and it's got like 80k troops, so yeah. Okay, so we win the battle against Cao Cao, which is going to be the harder one, but now we have a little bit of a problem in that we have like 100,000 troops still kind of sitting outside. We're just going to take a go at them. We don't want anything weird to happen by us going back into the city and then coming back out. I mean, maybe we could save. Yeah, we'll save to make sure nothing weird happens. We'll go back into the city and then we'll march out with a kind of newly organized army. But this is a lot of troops, and these aren't slouch guys. Yan Yan's a decent officer. Wu Lan's okay. I mean, our biggest hope is that Liu Zhang is leading a brunt of the forces, because he's awful. Alright, we tested it, and I'm glad we saved because we don't have time to reform the army, and this is what we're up against. You know, Zhang Ren, scary. Yan Kai, pretty decent. Fa Zhang, scary. Yan Yan, scary. Li Hui, it's okay. Dong He, trash. And Liu Zhang, unfortunately, is only leading 5,400 troops. So pretty widespread. We have yet to see how exactly, yeah, and we don't have enough gold reserves, too. Things are looking real grim here, as far as, you know, saving the Han Dynasty goes. But we are trying to do our best, our very best. I think we're going to move, Zhao Yun over here, but they have like 3 times as many troops. And we're so tired. We're so haggard of fighting. The problem is basically all of our troops are on our bow units now. And so this is going to be a little bit rough. And we have very little defense on our gates left. And so our guys will have to fight. We'll send Guan Yu down along with Xi Zhangfei to make sure that the gate doesn't fall immediately, basically. We do have the points taken, so we will be gaining a lot of juice. And we'll probably sally forth with Guan Yu immediately with War God and look to make something happen. If you're not using your juice, you're losing it. And then Zhang Fei is probably going to be up next. Oh my god. We gotta rotate the map a little bit. Come on over here. Are they leaving the main base unattended? They are, so we can go for the main base. Which of course brings back Liu Zhang, which we're kind of okay with, so we'll just kind of come back. It's just forcing them away. Alright, our tactic should be kind of getting close to not being active anymore. We're gonna withdraw and send Zhang Fei out. This is probably going to be the end of Zhang Fei's unit here. And then we will be able to use Thousand Slayer, which is going to do a lot of damage here at the very least, before Zhang Fei. Zhang Fei and Wu Lin have begun a duel. This is going to be good for us, or it should be good for us. 115 war with 7 dueling versus 82. We hope... we don't really mind if we one-tap him, so... which might happen. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah. And he, of course, his wife is going to help him out, boost his war even more to 120. It do be like that. Yep. We got a wife max. And, okay, we win the duel. Or we will with this. Yeah. Oof. Overkill. Gratuitous. We don't kill him, though. That's good. Actually, we kind of don't care whether we kill him or not. But absolutely crushed, along with their morale, so we will be able to push through them now pretty easily. They have a bunch of archers kind of heading through, and some reinforcements. But we get a lot of damage through here. We'll be ready to use War God. I think we're going to use this tactic here, which is going to increase our ability to generate juice. And get ready to use War God again, maybe. I think that maybe we just use Cry of Justice. I think it hits everyone. We could have double checked, but we'll be able to dust them up pretty quick here. They are all coming out. If they leave this completely undefended, we can make short work of it. There's more and more reinforcements. It's rough. It's hard out here. They're taking a lot of damage, but... man, are they taking a lot of damage. Let's see if we can get Thousand Slayer off one more time here. Oh my gosh. They never stop coming, Jesus. I mean, they're kind of single-filing us, though, so I guess there's that. We send this guy back a little bit. Guan Yu. Ooh, especially they're comboing us now. Run. Run back inside, boy. Run back inside. No! Alright. Are we coming out now? Alright, we are. Thousand Slayer's not going to hit enough guys. We need to get this guy out. Swap spots, please. Swap spots, please. Alright, we're just going to War God here. And he's not swapping with Zhang Fei, and then we'll move Zhang Fei back in. I think this is going to be it for Guan Yu, though. I mean, we want him to move back, but he's just not doing it. I think that, yeah, it's just Liu Zhang remaining. I think we're going to come back over here. We have a horse defense tactic, and we're going to get ready to use Zhao Yun out here. I think maybe we can push out. We have enough to use Thousand Slayer if Zhang Fei can get out there. But maybe we just War God again. Yeah, let's just War God again. Letter from our wife, Genshi. Wife meta. We do have a new child. Yet again. I had a dream that an armor-clad god gave me a jeweled sword. Alright, cool. Jeweled sword from an armored god. Heroic destiny. We're gonna have Liu Yin be our child. Oh, and another child. All the children. We need another wife. Only 2 wives. I didn't even see what she was good at. Oh, we have 2 kids named Liu Qing. That's gonna get confusing. We should have renamed them. Alright, we're gonna use this tactic here to boost our cavalry stats. And then we'll get Zhao Yun into the fray. Looks like we're kind of getting through them. We're not randomly getting bodied by some tactic. Man, I had so much anxiety going into this battle. I was like, the run's dead, it's Jover, and we only lose like 2k troops. We'll assemble here because Liu Zhang will come out to beat us. And he's basically worthless, so we'll just kind of assemble out and then finish out the battle. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy. Terrifying, actually. Alright, I think we're going to conclude the episode here. Really thought we were going to get taken out there for a second, but it does appear that there's, you know, there's more and more guys on the move. Turns out we didn't capture this guy, which was a little bit disappointing. And, you know, our city's also just getting messed up. The commerce is decreasing, the farming, the culture, the trust in our people, and so this is going to make it harder and harder to keep resisting. So what we might do for next episode is we might lower the difficulty a little bit here, because the thing is we're just like, I don't know how we scrape out from underneath this if we're just going to repeatedly get attacked. I think this is headed our way, so this is another 50,000 from Cao Cao. And we're just bearing the entire brunt, basically, of his armies here. He's not really advancing into Sun Quan. We're getting attacked from the south, we're getting attacked from the west, we're getting attacked from everywhere, basically. And it really hurts our feelings more than anything else. And so we got to try and figure out some way to get things going. And maybe the enemy expanding not as fast is going to be something we could turn on. That way we can at least try and develop our power base down here. I kind of don't want to increase the difficulty though, so we'll have a think between now and next episode what we do exactly, but I mean, it's not looking so good. I'm not as well calibrated for Romance 13 as I am 14, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. Definitely a lot better at that one, and so a little bit of a struggle. But if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, you know, do the YouTube algorithm thing, and other than that, have a good day.